I have always said that I would never have a club sponsor because, let's be brutally honest, it would be a complete contradiction considering all I ever talk about is how good value second-hand equipment is. However, the time has come for me to introduce you to a new channel partner, and I don't think many of you are going to be disappointed. In this video, we're going to be unboxing some equipment. Here's another one to the total, and we're going to be giving away the clubs in today's video, which also leads me into explaining where I want to see this channel going over the next year, and lastly, why this new sponsor is a perfect fit for my brand, but also will benefit you guys as well. Color change in the studio must mean new era. It's been 8 months since I made this video here on the right hand side, which I talked about the anxiety and the pressure of trying to spin both plates running the business in here, as well as filming content out on the golf course. Mainly due to time constraints, it was essentially mentally destroying me, hence why I didn't like uploading videos. Partially because if the video didn't do well, it meant I didn't earn any money for that day or even 2 days that I spent making it. However, it's been the best decision I've made since opening, and I've only got you guys to thank, the ones that have liked, subscribed, commented, especially in the last year or so. Ironically, we've had the best year on the channel since I started. Some videos performing incredibly well. And I'm not exaggerating when I say I'm incredibly grateful for you guys, as well as people that have come and had lessons, club fits. Some of you guys have traveled an incredibly long way to come here, as well as my 2 other partners, Vice and also Reflow. And now with my 3rd sponsor, I feel like I've got the perfect blend that match my brand and now will allow me to continue doing what I'm already doing, less stressed, more time, and hopefully that means I'm only going to get better in all areas. So we've got some unboxing to do and obviously clubs to give away, and I'll explain how you can get yourself entered into that. But there's a reason I haven't shown you the left-hand side of the room. I mean, that's looking pretty good, isn't it? So let me explain what this all is, and more importantly, I don't think many of you guys would have even seen this side of the room, as it was basically a jumble sale. I mean, first off, the guys have done incredibly well with the artwork they've obviously provided me in a relatively short amount of time. I was incredibly nervous to put that up by myself, by the way. But let me explain how that equals that, and also saving you guys quite a bit of money to obtain that. Fly is a very new app that you can download both on Android and iOS. Currently only in the UK, however. It's essentially Vinted, but for golf clubs, because when it comes to selling golf clubs by yourself, you've kind of got 2 options. Loads of money and fees, but a huge audience, or Facebook, which obviously no fees, but then again, you haven't necessarily got a huge target audience either. Now, there is a small downside with the app in its infancy stage, which I'll talk about in a minute. But in terms of fees, it's capped at 6%. The buyer also pays for postage. And obviously they offer buyer protection because that's the main thing when you're selling even £200 worth of golf clubs. No one wants to even lose £200. Now, I want to talk about my bargains, my deals, but also the negative, because this app is in somewhat of its infancy stage and it's grown incredibly over the last 4 weeks. However, there wasn't much supply when I was ordering this, and I do feel the more as a community we grow this, we save more money, we make more money, and obviously for myself, a lot more content around bargain golf clubs. £28 this hybrid cost me, including delivery that is. £88 for a set of irons, and the grips alone are worth more than £80 in themselves. And I guess if you've ever been worried or scared to sell or send equipment by yourself, for example, it kind of all taken care of for you. Label gets sent to you, either drop it off or you get it collected. It's how I kind of started all of this in lockdown. For a lot of you guys that watch my content in lockdown times, I kind of learned as I went and obviously got better at it, and hence why, well, we've kind of evolved into this. Now, this was currently listed at £30. I'll actually show you the listing here on the right-hand side. And I made an offer, which you can do. There's no auctions on this. It's all listed at the price that you want to list it at, and then people can make offers as and when. I mean, don't be too cheeky, because that's just annoying. But I went at £25 and then opted for £3 every delivery, which this then turned up 3 days later. £28, which needs a bit of white spirit to get that label off the grip, but no bag wear marks on the shaft, and yes, will need a bit of a clean up. Actually, I might just do that on camera now just to show you a nice little trick. However, £28 for a 3 hybrid, for a lot of you guys just starting the game, I mean, that's outrageous value. Magic sponge, which I'm pretty sure I picked up in B&M, but anyway, loads of shops have it, Amazon have it, just type in magic sponge. Obviously I need to buy more, but a tiny bit of water on this. I mean, 30 seconds later, look at it shine, even on the bottom. Obviously you're not going to get rid of the scratches, but it's amazing what a bit of a clean does in terms of selling a club on especially. £28, how many yards can we get out of it? Oh, a bit pulled with that Reg Flex shaft. 240 yards carry, 266 total. Now we need to get into my iron box, which I'm incredibly excited about. But obviously the main point, like any of my sponsors, I have to test and try the product to make sure it works. And that's the whole reason why I bought these two. It was very effortless, it was very easy. And also I thought I got a bit of a steal on, well, both of these. Now I noticed these did have a bit of rust on them in the photos. And again, I'm just going to show you how they can kind of be cleared up. Even though do be careful with rust and golf clubs, especially pitting on shafts, because that can obviously be detrimental to their life. However, I haven't seen a set of these in an incredibly long time. And the fact it's almost, oh, £10 a stick. How many clubs? I've got 8 clubs in here. As I said, the grips are worth more than that alone. Very well packaged, I must say. Oh yes, look at the grip on that. You can save yourself a fortune in this game if you look at the grips and ask questions about the grips, because that is one of the big downsides of second-hand equipment. If you buy a decent set of clubs but the grips are worn, well, you're going to have to spend £80 to £100 getting them all changed. Hang on a minute, where's my Hogan bag? Let's get the Hogan bag in there for the unveiling. Look at that beauty. Let me get them all out. What an absolute classic. To be fair, the condition on this one is actually pretty good, but that's probably because it's the 4-iron. Now, as I unwrap these, and if you want to win these clubs, all I ask is in the comment section down below, you put the username that you set up your Flyer account with, and we're going to do more giveaways in the future. It's free to do. They have around 4,000 people on the app at the moment, and I can see that growing quite considerably in the future. Oh yes, a bit of pitting on that one. This is why I love this channel, taking the appreciation of some old classics, but look at the combo set. I love the style, the shaft's in great condition. Look at the grips on them. Tell me a better set of clubs you'll be able to find online for £90. This is the worst one, I think, the 8-iron here. And to be honest, the rust or the pitting, let's say, on the face, you can't really get rid of. But it's mainly the grooves that you want to obviously clean out, and be kind of brutal with these clubs, to be perfectly honest. You're not really going to damage them any more than they're actually damaged. Grooves are cleaner, and to be honest, this was the worst one out the lot. And obviously, I'll make sure I'll do the rest before I send them off. Anyway, I should probably check that these things work. 3-iron, 246 to the flag. What kind of ball flight are we going to get from this? Oh, she leaked a bit right. 226 carry, we could definitely get there. Guys, thank you ever so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, download Flyer. That's the coolest outro I've ever done on this channel.